My name is Mayur Patnala. I am just introduced as a state project manager for Rajiv Yuvakaranalu scheme in government of Andhra Pradesh. But more than that, I would like to get introduced myself as a social worker because that's my passion. Just now, Mr. Rahul Anand has given an interactive session for you on making passion as a profession. So I am also one of the common youth like you who is trying out in my best way to make my passion as my profession. Young Minds 2013 is a glorious initiative to make youth and ignite minds of youth towards the development of the country. The theme that I am asked to speak today is how are the employment opportunities going to be there for the next 5 years of time, and are we youth prepared for taking on the challenge of employment? Rather than using the word of employment, I would rather use the word of standing on own feet. As Swami Vivekananda said, education is something where character is formed, strength of mind is increased, intellect is expanded, and one can stand on one's own feet. I am privileged to talk to you, to speak to you on one can stand on one's own feet. That is the fourth characteristics of a true education. I thought when we are talking about a career, in the good olden days, it used to be like my country, my career. How am I contributing to my country through my passion, and by gaining experience in that, how can I myself sustain also? So based on the country's needs, based on whatever needs are there in the country, youth used to take professions accordingly and parallelly used to get income out of it. I am going to speak on one important point. What are the three opportunities that we have in today? Wherein one is into entering into government sector. So many youth are passionate and parents are forcing, our elders are forcing us into enter into government sector because getting into software, getting into other private sectors are not really giving the security that we want. Second is, what are the opportunities going to be there in the next 5 years of time in private sector? The third and most important one is entrepreneurship, youth entrepreneurship. These are the 3 points on which I am going to speak to you today. During my intermediate days, I studied in Vignan, and my chairman used to say, one can really stop a rocket which is already launched, but once a man is ignited, no one can really stop. I wondered then, is it really true? But I now believe, I really believe in that single word that an ignited mind can never be stopped. It is the most powerful force on this earth, above the earth and under the earth, in the words of Abdul Kalam. So I believe that once our minds are ignited with whatever passion that we have, then definitely we are going to achieve it, and that's going to be the best for the country, and that's going to be the best for us. I will give some inputs on whatever unemployment crisis that we are facing today. I will also present to you a unique opportunity that we have with all of us. From 2010 to 2040, how many years? 30 years. From 2010 to 2040, 130 crore youth are coming into working age population. That is 18 to 25 years age group. That means per year 1 crore people are coming up in the year in whole India, and in state like Andhra Pradesh, 4 to 5 lakh youth are coming every year. You are understanding it, right? 4 to 5 lakh youth are coming every year. That means each one of us. Now, let us explore how many jobs are being created. According to CAA report, what it says is, in 2007 it was published. In Andhra Pradesh state, there are 7 to 8 lakhs of jobs that are created every year, it seems. That's what CAA says. I will again present my study. Out of the 7 to 8 lakh jobs, in graduates, CAA, Confederation of Indian Industry, reports that 40% of the graduated youth, once we graduate, 40% of the graduated youth are remaining unemployed for 2 years. And the main gaps that they say is, one is understanding the market, second is soft skills gap, third thing is practical training that is available. So these are the 3 aspects, gaps that were given as, identified as real gaps for employment among the youth to get immediate employment after graduation. So presently I am implementing Rajiv Vivekananda scheme, but before that I graduated from BITS Pilani in mechanical and computer science, and parallelly I have started, co-founded one organization called Nirman, which is a real passion, right? A not-for-profit, and Yuvavaradi, another not-for-profit. So while doing all this activity, I worked with IBM company for 5 years. Parallelly, I was doing this. But during IBM, whatever I do during the weekdays, even though I was successful, whatever I do in the evenings and on the Saturdays to the voluntary organizations is really giving a lot of satisfaction. I said to myself, I discussed with my family and quit it after 5 years. And entered full-time service in my not-for-profit organizations. So that is the time when I got this opportunity to enter into and implement the scheme of Rajiv Vivekananda in the state of Andhra Pradesh, in 10 districts of Andhra Pradesh. So in the last 2 years, we could train 4,500 youth and place them into private sector. 2,500 of them got employed. So with these inputs, while I entered into profession, while I entered into this assignment of Rajiv Vivekananda, I said to myself, Rajiv Vivekananda doesn't have so much of good name, it has a moderate name, but let me try out something because it is connected to my passion. I went with a passion and said, my passion is making 10,000 youth stand up on their own feet. That is the target with which I have started. I will mark myself as 2,500 youth I could reach up to, another 7,500 is remaining, and I am in search of those remaining youth if I can get some of you in this forum. That is the opportunity I saw here and I came here. So that is, I came for you. I am there for you till you get employed if you are really passionate about getting that and getting into the passion. So while implementing this Rajiv Vivekananda program, what is the input I got? Confederation of Indian Industry says 7 to 8 lakh jobs are being created every year in Andhra Pradesh. 7 to 8 lakh jobs are created. And in implementation of the last 2 years in the state program, I see that it is not 7 to 8 lakh jobs. It's only 1 to 1.3 lakh jobs are being created, and our youth have access to it. CAA report says 40% are only getting unemployed after their graduation. My study says it's only 3 out of 10 people, that is 30% of us only are immediately able to get unemployment, that is standing on own feet. I will say how. So many of us are passionate about government sector. Maybe I don't know whether it is a creation of our parents, our society, or it is ourselves. But government sector posts, can anyone of you say in a year, friends, I am speaking to you for only next few minutes, and I am not an expert in entertaining, but I am come here to give a serious talk. I would like to engage with each one of you in the next few minutes to give you some of the inputs and insights that I got during my journey as a social worker, so that it may be helpful to you. So friends, let's make it an interactive session. Let's understand how many of the government jobs will be there from central services and state services in a year. Some of you? In a year, what may be the number of posts that were announced by government, by state and central departments, central governments. I will tell you few inputs. It's only around 10,000 jobs are available to all of us in a year for government services. Now, out of this 10,000, leave aside 10,000. That is one option that we have. Second option is entering into private sector. Am I correct? So, private sector can be your own or entering into a already existing company. It's only around 1.3 lakhs. So, that means, and there is one more 10,000 youth every year are getting into entrepreneurship. How many are willing to start your own businesses? Fantastic. So, these are the people who are going ahead and creating not only for them but others. Minimum for 10 more people they are creating employment basically. So, total of around 1.5 lakhs out of the 5 lakh graduates who are coming out every year, only 1.5. That means only 30% are really will be able to get the employment immediately after graduation is one proposition that I am keeping. Now, here there is 30% is aside and 70% is this side. Now, where do you want to be? In the A category or B category once you graduate? How many of you are graduates already? How many of you are graduates already? How many of you are civil service aspirants? So, here I am going to make a very crucial point. That is, whether you want to be on the A category or B category will be decided while you are in your study itself. Once you come out of that 4 years or 3 years of graduation, it is a stage where you will suddenly get into this youth unemployment crisis which is going to prevail. If anti-corruption is a major issue that has come out and if women's safety is another major issue that has come out, the next issue is going to be youth unemployment. So, can you rate yourself, can you ask yourself one question, how prepared are you to take on this, whether you are into A or whether you are into B category? Can you rate yourself on a rate of scale of 10? On a scale of 10, you please professionally rate yourself, personally rate yourself how prepared I am. I am going to talk about those gaps and I am going to talk about few examples, few of my friends who made it into government services, into private sector and into entrepreneurships, into as politicians, into as social workers. So you can take few inputs from them and try to see how you can fill those gaps, whatever are there, before you graduate, so that you are ready for being in the A category, that is getting employed immediately after graduation. How many of you interacted with Anand and expressed your dreams? How many of you told about your dreams just now in the interaction that happened? How many of you talked about your aims and dreams and goals? I will tell about a small example of incident that happened to Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam, when he was the president in 2006, he went to a tribal belt. There is a person called Shrikant who is studying 9th standard, who came up to the president and said, Mr. President, you are asking me what is my goal. I want to become president. He is a visually challenged tribal boy and he said, I want to become a president of India. So Kalam was super surprised and he was tracking the kid throughout in the next few years, whether he is really sticking the goal or not. In 9th class, this student made 90%, 10th class made 90%, intermediate 10 plus 2 he made 96%, and then he went on to study his MS in Boston, USA. And now from GE, General Electric, the CEO has written to this person saying, once you're back, please join our company. Here is an employment opportunity for you, offer for you. You know what he said? He said to CEO, to chief executive, once I am back in India, I will join your company, given that I am not able to become a president. Only when I am not able to become a president, I will join your company. So what does it signify? That staying on to the dream, staying on to your aim throughout and sustaining it and not leaving it throughout the life is something which is really important. I would like to speak about three individuals. Number one, her name is Divya Devarajan. She is my senior at BITS Planning. This girl, there are many IAS aspirants who used to go because of their parents' pressure, attraction to power that is there, and lot of opportunities that are there for civil servants. But this girl really worked hard and made it into civil services after a struggle of almost 4 years after graduation. And now she is doing as a project director in e-governance project. Number two, I am going to speak about Mr. Charan, who actually after graduation from SVIT College, Swami Vivekananda Institute, has come into social service for 1 year, has done a social fellowship, and then went on to go ahead and continued his education in MBA from Usmania. While he is doing that, he has kept on writing examinations, several examinations, and he wrote, suddenly his friend told about Intelligence Bureau notification that has come. He is not prepared, this Charan is not prepared at all, but he has written the exam. His friend is writing exam for almost 3-4 years and not getting into, but out of the 750 people who made into Intelligence Bureau, that is central government service, he made into it. And he is now posted in Mizoram and giving all the intelligence that is required for the governments to do that. The point after engineering, and he is the key person now. Government doesn't believe in media. Government believes in Intelligence Bureau, whose officials are there getting the information. I want to clearly tell you why this person is able to do it, why the other person who has been trying and giving so many attempts after graduation is not able to do. When I talked to him yesterday evening, the real gap I found out is, to attack a government sector job, it is not enough to prepare after you graduate. Many of you are in this itself, right? Doing graduation. Because personality traits and general awareness, we forgot. Once we came into this engineering, once we started studying this engineering degrees, we were only into software, but we stopped developing, we stopped reading books, we stopped developing reading books like personality development and general awareness, etc. And personality traits of being honesty, how to attack an interview, all that we stopped doing it. If your aim is to get into a government service, while you are graduating itself, while you are doing graduation itself, keep those habits of general awareness and personality traits development as a part and parcel of your preparation. Then you will be able to, immediately after graduation, you will be able to tackle the opportunities that are available. There is one more friend, Sharath. His name is Sharath. There is a disconnect between his passion. And his study that he has taken up. In engineering, he has some backlogs as well. He tried to cover them up, however, he covered them. But when there is an army recruitment after post-engineering in CDS, Central Defence Services, he fared it well and he was recruited as lieutenant officer immediately after graduation. And you will be surprised to know, every year in central services, there are only around 500 posts that are given for entire India, and there are, from North India, there is a lot of competition, and out of that from Andhra Pradesh you could make it in the first attempt, while 3-4 years people are spending and they are not able to make it. Why? Because again, he has realized his potential in the third year or second year or first year of your engineering, even though he could not fare up well in the regular branch that he has taken up, which is having disconnect with his heart, he is able to do it, he is able to make it. So my friends, my only message or advice to you is, get connected to your passion, and understand what is necessary to achieve it. I have some information for you on government services, but I am not going to speak all. I have my counselors. We have started a helpline called Vidya Helpline 3 years back for passionate individuals like you, and especially for rural youth who don't have access to information like you. 1800-425-2426. So coincidentally, this happened to be like 108, 108, it's like health helpline, right? This is the one like education helpline. So I have my counselors here and I will give you my email ID. What I understood is, while coming to it, then I understood that few of the youth here should make into government services if their passion is that. So when I did that, I understood that some of the main key reasons for not making it is also a continuous tracking of notifications in the government examinations and government posts should be ready. I know that few of us miss reading newspapers, few of us miss these notifications. So one service I want to, if someone of you is interested, you can write to me and I am going to create a Google group for young minds, whoever are going to come, and we are going to give all the notifications that are available that will come on daily basis to this group. There are few central services which you will be actually surprised at sometimes for some of you. One is Central Defense Services. Every year it takes up to 500, it gives 500 openings in Indian Army, Indian Navy and Air Force. For graduates, I am speaking about graduates. And then you have SSC, Staff Selection Commission, you have Intelligence Bureau, you have Food Corporation of India, you have Railways, and you have Engineering Service, Civil Services. In Central Police, they are also taking Assistant Commandants in Paramilitary Force. So these are the various opportunities that are available in government sector. In state sector, in state government services, most of the things that we know are maximum, one is Group 1, one is Group 2, along with the civil services. How many of you know, other than Group 1 and Group 2, there is still recruitment in government services in state government? How many of you know about it? Specifically, Transport Department asks for mechanical engineers. It creates a post and RME Department asks for civil engineers. And AP Genco asks for electrical engineers. So what I am only suggesting is, market orientation is something. Market orientation. Where are jobs in next 5 years in government sector? Where are jobs in next 5 years in private sector? How can I start up on my own? In Bitspilani campus, in Hyderabad also, there are so many initiatives that are coming up. They are starting up on their own during the graduation itself. So my appeal to all the graduating students is, if you can be ready with this information, market information, where the job market is in the next 5 years, you will be better prepared to attack the situation. In private sector, one thing all the engineering graduates, all the MBA and other graduates are aiming at is getting into this, attacking the software industry. But I tell you, I am talking about a serious issue, that when you go to Amirpet and when you start learning the courses, the main issue there is, every institute will come out and say that whatever course they are offering will have job opportunities. Do you believe in it? Am I saying right? Please have a look at of next 5 years, where are going to be the big jobs in software industry. I am going to spend only 30 seconds on it, but you can approach us, you can approach me, you can write to me when you really want it to be there. In the next 5 years of time, there are going to be employment opportunities in big data. There are going to be employment opportunities in cloud computing. There are going to be employment opportunities in mobile computing, that is development of apps, and in social software, business analytics. So like this, there are 8 to 9 trends where real job market is available. If you can prepare yourself for that, I think you are going to be the very important person for the IT industry. Similarly for electronics and instrumentation, similarly for ECE, similarly for mechanical, civil, everything. So what I am only saying is, along with your regular study, even if you are already graduates, even if you are preparing civil services, even if you are preparing Group 1, parallelly if you can make it, parallelly if you can understand where is the job market, where is going to be the thing, and in that job, what is that they need from me. If we are aware of it, I think we are able to make it. The third and most important topic I am going to speak is on entrepreneurship. Please spend some time on this, thinking on this entrepreneurship. Do we really want to be the only person who are doing the regular government job? Can that be just, or do we really want to get into IT industry and that's going to satisfy ourselves? No. I want to quote 3 examples which really inspired me in the last few days, which made me think about youth entrepreneurship and where we can really make impact. How many of you use Redbus for booking your tickets? Only few of you? Okay. When I went to Nellore and was interacting with farmers, I understood that when a coconut is sold by farmer at 2 rupees at his field, how many of you are farmer sons? Fantastic. I am speaking to you guys specifically. When a coconut is sold only at 2 rupees at farm, and when it is 12 rupees price at 12 rupees at town, at Nellore lo vachina kuda, or Hyderabad ko vachesariki 20 rupees avutundi, avuna? Right. So నాకు అక్కడ ఒకటే ఉండింది అంటే ఇప్పుడు 5 lakh యూత్ ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ వస్తున్నారు. బట్ మనందరం మన కాళ్ళ మీద నిలబడ్డం ఎట్లా, అసలు ఈ గ్లోబలైజేషన్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ ఎట్లా నిలబడ్డాం మన కాళ్ళ మీద అని ఆలోచిస్తున్నప్పుడు నాకు ఒక్కటే వరి ఏంటంటే ఈ 70% మంది యువతకి ఎట్లా మనం మన కాళ్ళ మీద మనం నిలబడతాం, మిగతా వాళ్ళ దగ్గర పని చేస్తామా, మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటామని ఆలోచిస్తున్నప్పుడు, అప్పట్లో వ్యవసాయం మనకు ప్రైమరీ ఆక్యుపేషన్ అయినప్పుడు అందరూ వ్యవసాయం చేస్తున్నప్పుడు అందరూ ఎంతమంది ఎవరైనా వీవర్స్ ఫ్యామిలీస్ ఉన్నారా? వీవర్స్ సన్స్, రైట్. సో వీవింగ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మనకు అందులోనే ఉపాధి దొరికేది. బట్ ఇప్పుడున్న మార్కెట్లో మనకు సరిపోదు. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇస్తున్న చిన్న అడ్వైజ్ ఏంటి అంటే, కెన్ వి రియల్లీ థింక్ అబౌట్ నేను రైతులకి 2 రూపీస్ నుంచి 12 రూపీస్కి ఒక కోకోనట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ మార్కెటింగ్ అప్పుడు ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ అయిన మనం, ఒక ఫార్మర్స్ అయిన మనము హైదరాబాద్లో ఎలా అమ్మాలి, అబ్రాడ్లో ఎలా అమ్మాలి, దాన్ని ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ చేసి ప్రిజర్వేటివ్గా మార్చి కొంతకాలం స్టోరేజ్ ఉండేలా చేసి ఎలా అమ్మాలి అనేది ఒక బిజినెస్ ఐడియా అవ్వచ్చా? ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతము మనం రాష్ట్రంలో ఫేస్ చేస్తున్న మెయిన్ ఇష్యూ ఏంటి అంటే, వీవర్స్ పరంగా కరీంనగర్ జమ్మికుంట విలేజ్ నుంచి ఉన్న వీవర్స్ అసోసియేషన్తో నేను మాట్లాడాను. ఇప్పుడు నేను పెట్టిన వర్క్ చేస్తున్న సంస్థ నిర్మాణంలో ఈ ఐప్యాడ్ కవర్స్ అనేవి మనం తయారు చేసుకున్నాం. ఇదేంటంటే కలంకారీ. ఇక్కడ రెగ్యులర్ ట్రైనింగ్ కాకుండా ఇఫ్ వీ కెన్ మేక్ దెమ్ ఫ్యాషనబుల్, హైదరాబాద్లో కార్పొరేట్లో మనం అమ్మగలిగేటట్టు మనం చేయగలిగితే, కలంకారీ డిజైన్తో ఎన్ఐఎఫ్టీ కొంచెం డిజైనర్గా చేయగలిగితే డెఫినెట్లీ ఇవి చాలా బాగా సెల్ అవుతున్నాయి. ఇదే థాట్ని మనము ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ఉన్న వీవర్స్ చేసే ప్రొడక్ట్స్ అన్నిటినీ రెడ్బస్ లాగా ఒక వెబ్సైట్ మీద పెట్టి మార్కెట్ చేయగలమా? ఇది వన్ ఆఫ్ ద గుడ్ ఐడియా కదా. సో అగ్రికల్చర్ మార్కెటింగ్, వీవర్స్లో మార్కెటింగ్, ఇట్లాంటి మనం రోజు చూస్తూ మనం ఒక బిజినెస్ మనం ఎందుకు స్టార్ట్ చేయకూడదు అనేది నా ప్రపోజల్ టు యూ. సో ఒకవేళ కనుక మనం రెగ్యులర్గా చూస్తూ ఉన్న వాటి నుంచే కనుక మనం ఇన్స్పైర్ అయ్యి వాటికి సొల్యూషన్ కనుక కనిపెట్టగలిగితే 2 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సాల్వ్ అవుతున్నాయి, 3 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సాల్వ్ అవుతున్నాయి. 1, మనకి ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ దొరుకుతుంది. 2, ఇంకొక 10 మందికి ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ దొరుకుతుంది. 3, సొసైటీకి యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఈ ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్ అనే 3rd టాపిక్ని నేను ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్తో ముగించబోతున్నా. ఫణేంద్ర సామ, మా కాలేజ్ సీనియర్, తన స్టోరీ ఏంటి అంటే, తను బెంగళూరులో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉద్యోగం చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఒక పండగ టైం అప్పుడు వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వెళ్ళలేకపోయాడు. ఎందుకంటే తనకు తెలిసిన బస్ ఆపరేటర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు వాళ్ళ దగ్గర బస్ టికెట్స్ అవైలబుల్ లేవు. అలాంటప్పుడు తను ఉండిపోయి బాధపడుతూ చుట్టూ తిరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు కొన్ని ట్రావెల్స్ దగ్గర బస్ టికెట్స్ మిగిలిపోయాయని తనకు అర్థమైంది. అక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది ఐడియా, నేను ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ రూపొందించి ఇటుపక్క కస్టమర్స్కి బస్ టికెట్స్ ఎక్కడున్నాయని తెలియటం లేదు, మరోవైపు కేసినేని ట్రావెల్స్ ఇట్లా బాగా నేమున్న ట్రావెల్స్ తప్ప మిగతా ట్రావెల్స్కి సీట్స్ అమ్ముడుపోవడం లేదు. ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్ని నేను సాల్వ్ చేయగలనా అని ఆలోచించినప్పుడు వచ్చిన ఐడియా రెడ్ బస్. విత్ ఇన్ 5 years ఎంత పెద్ద బిజినెస్ అయిందంటే 700 crores బిజినెస్ అయింది. మూడు విషయాలు జరిగాయి దాంట్లో. తను సిఇఓగా ఒక ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ తనకు మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకోగలిగాడు. నెంబర్ టూ కొన్ని వేల మంది ఉద్యోగాలు సృష్టించాడు. నెంబర్ 3 ఈ ప్రైవేట్ బస్ ట్రావెల్స్లో చాలా మందికి మూసేద్దామా చాలా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసుకోవడం మూసేద్దామా అనుకున్న వాళ్ళకి ఒక రేటింగ్ అనేది కలిగించాడు. చాలా మటుకు జీవితాలు నిలబడ్డాయి దానివల్ల. ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్ ఈజ్ ద ఓన్లీ వే అవుట్. మనం సాల్వ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఇలాంటి యంగ్ మైండ్స్, ఇట్స్ ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూరల్ ఐడియా, ఇలాంటి ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్ ఐడియాస్తో మనకు యూత్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ సాల్వ్ చేసుకోవడానికి దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ దట్ కెన్ help us solve youth unemployment crisis. I will make few points as takeaway points and I will close the session. Recently, Indian School of Business లో ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ అని ఒక కాన్ఫరెన్స్ జరిగింది. టీచ్ ఫర్ ఇండియా అనే ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ద్వారా ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ అనే కాన్ఫరెన్స్ జరిగింది. ఆ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ లో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్ దట్ కేమ్ ఇస్ హైదరాబాద్ ది గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లో నెంబర్ 1 గా ఎలా నిలబెట్టచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ ద టాపిక్ బేసికలీ. సో ఆ టైం అప్పుడు when I was one of the panelists, the topic was how to increase empathy in youth. Youth to it sadhyama ani one of the speaker annappudu what I said, ఒకవేళ కనుక యూత్ కి ఆ పవర్ లేకపోతే ఇన్ని మూమెంట్స్ వాట్ ఎవర్ దే ఆర్ కమింగ్ అప్ వుడ్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ కమ్. Youth only require a platform. Youth only require some guidance. And we are going to show what it is. We are going to change this nation. I strongly believe within this generation, manam chanipoye mundu, within this generation, we are going to achieve a developed India. Emantaru? We are going to develop in this India and then leave this world. Because with this young demographic dividend, if we are not able to achieve this generation itself, మీరు నేను సాధించకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్ సాధిస్తాయని నమ్మకం మాత్రం మాకు లేదు. అండ్ అబ్దుల్ కలాం కూడా అదే చెప్పారు. ఇంతమంది పూర్ పీపుల్ ఇండియాలో ఉన్నప్పుడు విజన్ 2020 నేను ఎలా చేయగలిగానంటే ద కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ దట్ హీస్ గాట్ ఈస్ I have interacted with 540 million youth of this nation and I have confidence in them that they will go ahead and achieve this developed India. So, my dear friends, I will close at the same point what I am trying to, where I started. It's my career, your career is going to be something which is useful for the country. We are going to take up a career which is useful for the country, start doing service and gradually gain expertise to livelihood. Livelihood is secondary. So that is my country, my career. Dreaming low is a crime. So few things that I want to give you is, you can note down my phone number 98853 56752. You can take it from the organizers also. 98853 56752. You can also take my email ID mayur.myindia@gmail.com. You can call me any day from 7:30 to 8 p.m. to seek guidance on these employment opportunities and how to stand up on your own feet. mayur.myindia@gmail.com. And I am also what I am bringing to you, first thing is, whatever government notifications that come, we will mail you in this email ID. Whenever you mail, we are going to form an email group and we are going to mail you on government job notification. That is one place where I want to help you on standing on your own feet. Second thing is, there are job openings as a part of my profession and my passion. I keep getting the job openings that are available in IT industry. I worked with IBM for 5 years and then regularly in this Rajiv Jivakarnalu as State Mission Manager, I get job openings. So I will be mailing you all those job openings now and then and you can take an access to it. Friends, let us close this with one small pledge. An ignited mind of a youth is most powerful on earth, above earth and on below earth. To achieve that, to achieve what we want to become in the life, there are 4 things that are necessary in our life. Having a great aim in life. So let us repeat, I will have a great aim in life. Second thing is continuously acquiring knowledge. Let us repeat, I will continuously acquire knowledge through books and by meeting good people. The third thing is, the third secret of success is hard work. I will give my sweat and blood in putting my passion and into hard work. I will work hard. This is the third pledge let us take. I will work hard. The fourth thing is persevering till we defeat the problem. I will persevere till I defeat the problem. So these are the, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.